Hey, DJ Mikey Mike with Direct Sound. We're doing it from scratch today. Hey, I just got a video request. Somebody wants to install XLR ins for their amp cases or amp racks. So most of my amp racks have XLR style connectors. Actually, I install just about every connector possible because you never know when you're going to have to hook up something different. You know, if it's going to be XLR, if it's going to be RCA, quarter inch, for speaker wire, for Speakon, for audio cables, you name it. I try to hook it up into a flush recess mount dish pan for the side of your amp rack. Okay, so I'll give you a close-up look and let you see how it looks. And here you go. Hang on one sec. Okay, here's several different amp racks, and we'll zoom in. If you notice, this amp rack here has two Speakon, two XLR, or two Speakon, two quarter-inch jacks. This one also has a video out and an XLR. Now you notice the holes that I cut out for the XLR. If I needed to add extra XLR jacks, that's where I do it. It has a flush power in and a flush power out, so you can plug it straight from the wall right into your amp case, nice and clean. Same with this amp rack right here. Same kind of configuration. This actually has both left and right on one side. Also, the Speakon will do 4 speaker leads. So I run my highs and lows through one Speakon jack. So you notice the quarter-inch jack has an H and an L. One's for high frequency, one's for low frequency if I need to extend it through a quarter-inch jack. Also, I have a mic in, and basically it says 2 CDs. So if I want to run it up to my CD case, which is up top, it runs right into the input of my CD case. Right here I have mic in and a 2 amp rack. So if I plug the XLR in here, it goes in nice and clean, and then it runs down to the amp rack, runs right down to the amp rack. So we plug the nice XLR ins, which are very easy. Snap it into your CD case and run it down to your amp rack. You can use any size different cable, so if you want to remotely set this up on a stage up high, or if you want to put them side by side, whatever it takes, it's real easy to do. Here's a couple different configurations. This one right here has a mic in and amp rack. So what I do is I remotely locate a wireless mic in the amp rack. Notice I have the wireless mic located in the amp rack itself, the wireless microphone, which comes out and it plugs into the amp here, or the mic in. That way I can have the wireless microphone stored in a different amp rack than the actual CD case, and it still goes into the volume on the mixing board. Okay, so like I said, here's a different. Also, if you notice here, I have FM trans in. I run an FM transmitter where I can do remote satellite sites. You see, this one has an FM receiver. So if I'm projecting out of this mixing board, I set it to a certain frequency and I can remote different locations. I put RCA jacks on this particular one. This says staged, FM trans, just depending on what I need for the different locations. Also, I have my DMX out for my lighting controllers. So when I go for my DMX out, everything's nice and flush on the side. All you have to do is cut a small hole for your XLR plugs, And this is for actually another lighting control here on the side. So you can see there's different configurations. Okay, let's take a look at this other side. Notice the small dish pan. Everything's nice and flush. You're not going to hit anything while you're moving. This one here, I'm running Speakon. Intelligent lighting on this side and different RCA setups. This runs different speaker outputs. And we'll turn this amp rack around and you can take a look. And this is running the 2 QSC amps, a crossover, a switcher, and up top another remote wireless mic. Small compact amp case. And on the top I put a pole location for a lighting pole. And on the other side of the amper case, other XLR ends. This keeps all your wires and messes down to a very minimum, and everything comes out at one location. You don't have to worry about shearing anything off. Also, my video case. There's some video items in here. I do the same thing. Right here I have S-video out and a bunch of RCAs coming out for video. And everything's labeled with little quick labels. Shouldn't be too hard to do. Drill a couple holes, solder on the ends, and make it go to your mixing board. Alright,